Welcome back, guys, to another update of my 185-gallon reef tank. This is probably 9 months. Yeah, this is 9 months into my system from start to finish, and things are still improving. It's really good. I've done a couple things here that are different. Bought a few new things, and also want to talk about a quarantine tank too. This is a 20-gallon quarantine tank. I bought 2 new fish in the past couple days here. One of them is right there. Is a blue jaw trigger. He's they say semi-reef safe. You have to really kind of watch out for them. They will eventually get aggressive when they get older, but if you feed them enough, they eventually do not pick on your corals. There are 2 triggers that are supposedly reef safe or semi-reef safe. There's a blue jaw trigger and a pink tail trigger. Pink tails, I don't know, they were just green with a pink tail. This guy's got a lot more color to him, a little more diversified, and he's a little bit more fun to watch. So I went with this one to try it out. The other bad boy is right there, powder brown Tang. Now he's cool. My wife actually, this is my wife's favorite fish. Decided to pick one of these guys up. You got the powder blue, and then you got the powder brown, and because of that yellow and that orange on the back of his fin, made him look real cool. So she said powder brown instead of the powder blue. So those are the 2 new. Oh, and I also got some firefish, 2 of these guys. Now, I did not quarantine the trigger or those firefishes. I just quarantined the Tang because Tangs are crazy prone to ick, and I was worried about it because trying to catch a Tang in this tank would be pretty difficult to say the least. So I quarantined them for about 4 days. Now, there's where I want to get to about the quarantine tanks. Is what I did is I took the 20 gallons out of my main display, put them in here, and then put that UV filter on with just a sponge type filter to run the system. With there's an air supply in there and a heater. And they put these fake plastic plants in there just for some kind of coverage for him, so he wasn't so scared in the pipe. But it really worried me that it's just like basically having a brand new tank, because this filter here was not in my sump the whole time. It didn't have any of the good bio that you need for a tank, and I didn't want to do a 5-gallon or 4-gallon, 3-gallon water change every 3 to 5 days, because the ammonia will spike up in this. So watched him closely, checked him out real good, made sure he was still eating, and then I just said, you know what, he can go in. Forget it. There's nothing on him. There's no spots on him. He looks great. He's eating. Let's take him out of there and put him in. So I did that last night. So the Tang was quarantined for about 3 or 4 days. And then I just said, you know what, the ammonia's at 1.0. Let's just get him out. I didn't want to do a water change and have to do all that. So there will probably be one more Tang or one more fish that I want in here, and then I'm probably gonna quit after that. And that is a chevron Tang. They're very rare to get. They're only seasonal. They come out of Hawaii or something. And when they're available, I might probably jump up on them. And then, actually, I'm sorry, that and some. I think they call them Evansani or something. Evansani antheists. They're purple with the yellow back, and they're real cool too. So I'm gonna try and get some of those. But let's go over the corals. Now, with the protein skimmer, I have changed this. Miracle Mud says no more than 4 to 6 hours a day. And I said, well, I've been reading guys and watching videos of people who have had it on for 24 hours a day, and with Miracle Mud. So why the hell should I only have it for 4 to 6? I started out with 12. Now I'm at about 16 hours, and every time I increase the amount of hours that the protein skimmer is on, this coral, this is my first SPS coral that's actually flourished and survived. See all the polyp extensions on it. It's getting fatter, and it's starting to look into a cool ass piece. I'm very proud of that, because that's like the first one that's ever happened to. Now I have this chalice over here. This was that Superman chalice. The blue has kind of gone away. The red is very sporadic as far as the polyps on it, and it's not looking as good. I don't know if that's because magnesium or what. I don't have a test kit for magnesium, but I'll stick to the good news, and make a note for myself that at 9 months with the protein skimmer, I can finally say that I've had this coral here, and it's actually starting to get thicker and grow more, which I'm very happy about. First SPS success. And then look at this thing too. This has like a bunch of more heads on all over it. If you compare the last month's video, or the last maybe 2 months video, because last month I did the par reading video, and to this one, I mean, this thing has got a bunch of heads on it. It's awesome. It's great. The Duncan is fat, looking fun. And what else we got here? Oh yeah, this one's brand new. They call this that Gonzo or Gonzola, whatever. This is a big piece. I mean, that triggerfish, he's good. 3 inches long. If you compare him to that coral, that's a big piece. Well, this is a good find, and it's thriving, so I'm happy I got that too. This thing here too is recovering. It's looking good. What else we got? Oh, torch coral. Torch coral is finally getting, to the point where I'm happy with it. The tentacles are out, looking good. I moved the Yuma up to here, and it's covering the whole rock. It's awesome. This green hammer coral, that thing's getting bigger every month. Glad that's still going too. I skipped anything. Green star. Green stars are easy. Everybody can do it. It's still spreading though, so that's nice. These zoanthids, I think they call them watermelon zoanthids or something. Still doing great. What else? The leather is doing awesome. I moved the I think they call it the green fungi off the sand bed. My clowns, look at this. I mean, you can see the bottom of the tank here. See that right there? It's the bottom of the tank. And they will, at nighttime especially, they will shift the sand all over the place just because they I don't know why. I guess maybe because they don't have an anemone to host, or trying to establish a home for themselves. But I don't know why they do that. And I'm wondering if you guys know, if I get them an anemone to host, do you think that will stop? Yeah, just a question I have. Red Monty Cap starting to grow again. Again, more time skimming. This thing's getting better. So I don't know about that. Why Miracle Mud would say 4 to 6 hours of max use. It doesn't make any sense to me. Same thing with this thing. Look at the tentacles on this thing. It's open. It's full. It's doing good. And yes, that is an antipasto, whatever they call them. Right there. Yeah, focus in. Not too close. But yeah, that's what that is. And then I have this one too. It's doing good. Another thing that I saw is I thought this coral back here was dead. It's actually recovering. It's that trumpet coral, that green trumpet coral. It's actually recovering, and I'm pretty happy with that. So it's real cool. And the mushrooms, fuzzy mushrooms, doing really cool. I have devil's hand here and there, and there's one down there too. You can see it. It doesn't get any much light, but it fell off of that spot there, and it stuck itself down, so I can't grab it out and pull it out, but it's it's not dead by any means. I think as soon as it gets enough reached out to where the light is, it'll be a pretty cool spot for it. And then this blue hammer back here, it's actually recovering too. I thought that it was gonna die, and I put it back and said, nah. But again, more skimming, the better it's doing. And then there is these. I don't know what they're called, but they're thriving too. So that's basically it for an update. The sump I replaced the Cheeto like I said I was going to, and then I'm still getting a little bit of red slime that's starting up again. I'm gonna try and maybe do some chemicals on it. I think they call it Chemi-Clean, that red slime remover. I'm gonna try that on out, see what happens. And I got rid of the bio balls finally, and replaced it with some live rubble rock. It's kind of hard to see, but the problem that I'm having with that is I still get a bunch of micro bubbles. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is get like a sponge that runs the length of chamber 3 here, and leave it in there permanently. I know there might be a little bit of nitrate spike, or that's what they say anyway, is it'll kind of spike up your nitrates, but it's that way I'll get rid of the micro bubbles, because I still get micro bubbles coming up in the main display. Yeah, you can see them on the top there. But they come on out, and they trying to get rid of them. So, but yeah, that's about it, guys. And I appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, click on the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot.